Morning, people. It is currently a Tuesday, so I thought I might as well do the vlog. I have nothing else to do. I'm kind of stuck in the house for at least, or until at least get results. So that's between like 3 days. No, 70. No, 4. No, not 48. 72 hours. So yesterday, I had to go get a COVID test, basically just to be on the safe side. So the problem with me is, anytime my body gets ill, it kind of overreacts. If that makes any sense. Like anytime like I get a sore throat or a cold or something like that, I'll always have a fever, and unfortunately that is on the list of things because, let's be honest, it's uncommon and not normal for somebody to get a fever when they've got a cold, unless it's kind of like, or a cough or whatever, unless it's kind of the flu. But unfortunately I'm not a normal human being. So I thought, just to be on the safe side, I'll go get the test. So it says it will get it between 72 hours, so that's 3 days. So I'll either get it today or tomorrow to find out. So there's that. And obviously when you've had a test, you're not allowed to kind of leave the house at all until you get the results. So that is that. So I am currently, obviously, as I said, stuck at home, but I do actually feel well. Like, I couldn't be asked to get out of bed, I couldn't be asked, but now I'm getting a headache as well, which is really annoying. That's another thing I get. That is on the list, but it's not on the top 3. So in the UK, for you to be viable to actually get a test, unless someone tells you to, there's 3 signs, and that's another one: a loss of taste and smell. I will say my taste buds have gone numb, but again, I could just be overreacting. But let's be honest, if you don't know me, my brain overreacts with everything. Like, it was really bad at the beginning of the pandemic. Obviously it's eased down, but then it's gone back up again. Obviously when you're feeling ill and everything, and you're trying to sort of tell your brain, well, your brain, trying to tell your brain, oh, it's probably just kind of just a normal viral whatever, but then your other half of the brain's like, no, no, yeah, no. And then, you know what I mean, like, they make a big deal out of anything. So that side of the brain, if that makes any sense. I'm not making any sense. Conscience, maybe that's just your conscience. I don't know. But anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so loss of taste, loss of smell, a fever, which isn't 100% anyway, and because not everyone gets a fever, but as I said, anytime I'm ill, my temperature goes up anyway. And then, what am I missing? Oh, a continuous cough is one as well, but my throat hasn't been bothering me, so just to be on the safe side, I thought, fuck it, let's just go for the test. But yeah, that's the only time you can get it free. You can go private, I think. I'm not sure how much it is for private, but you can order one for private if you're going on a flight or something like that. I don't know. You might want to test it, but obviously if you want it free on the NHS, you have to have those 3 symptoms, or unless your workplace tells you have to have it, or that sort of thing. If you get referred by your workplace or whatever, or your doctor tells you to. So yeah, today I'm just gonna be just chilling at home. This is still healthy if you put a load of sugar on it. I always do this on a Weetabix. I always just put sugar on it. I don't know. I should just buy freaking fruit or something, but I always put sugar on it. It's quite a lot as well. I've been enjoying reading this so far. It's actually a really good read. Basically, it's about like finding inner strength and stuff. With this book, he kind of details obviously his experience during more so during the special forces, also the Marines, but more so like the process of like selection during the Marines and stuff like that. Not the special forces, should I say? God, get proper mix. I will say something. So I did a review of Aunt Milliton's first book, and then someone was like, "Oh, it's like, oh, did you even read?" I think one of the comments, I think I left it on there. They were like, "Did you even read it? Like, it was the Marines, not the army, but the army and the marine. The word army covers everything. But yeah, if you want to be specific, then you say the Marines. But you know what? Stop trying to be clever, dumb fuck. But anyway, I just thought I'd say that. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying this read so far. I'm about near enough halfway through it. So I'm working on 2 projects. First so far that I'm focusing on one. So basically I want to do a photo book of like Derby Park. So I want to be sort of like an informational kind of photo book with like descriptions of parks and stuff like that. I'm probably not going to include every park in Derby, or even just a little glimpse, or maybe a glimpse, because some parks are a bit, and the open spaces is a bit, it's just like there's nothing special about them, if that makes any sense. Like for example, there's one that I went to a few days ago, and the only reason I went to that one is just because it's kind of like my childhood park, and that's Normanton Park, and I only managed to pick 4 photos of the photos that I took, and I didn't really take that many photos either. But I might include that one. I just say it's like a childhood like park, so I'm just doing like parks in Derby. What kind of inspired me is obviously lockdown, and like obviously everything closed and stuff. We're in lockdown part 2, and I thought, oh my god, why not just do sort of, this is actually a cool idea, why not do it? But yeah, so and then the other photo book, which I'll probably do later on, maybe next year, is open natural reserves and open spaces, because I don't consider natural reserves, nature reserves as parks. I just want to take them separate, and there's some open spaces which you wouldn't necessarily consider as a park. But yeah, I pretty much got every park that I'm interested in. I do want to at some point have a look at Symphony Moor Park. That one's supposed to be quite good and quite big, so I might look at that one at whatever point I'd get around to do it. But so far I've got you know, the most bulk of the parks in Derby, so Marquee and Darley Park, Ulverston Park, Ulverston Castle will be in a separate video. If I do a separate video in a separate photo book, maybe classed as open spaces, I'll leave that out for another project, I don't know. But I'm not going to include that in the park. A reason why I mention that is they call it Ulverston Castle something park, but I want to just keep that kind of separate. But yeah, as I said, I've got the bulk of parks. I just want to have a look at Symphony Moor. It's probably the last park I'll look at. I know there's one in Cheddar, but it's a bit away from me, and it's just well, not a bit away. I mean, it's still a bit away, but it's not a bit away, if that makes any sense. But I don't know. I'll have to have a quick dive to see if it's actually worth the effort going there. And then that's it. And then I'll probably use Blurb software, just because they Blurb I don't know, I've heard quite good reviews with Blurb anyway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a photo, they do like photo books and stuff. It's a photo printing thing that they do photo books, but Blurb's probably the software or the company should I say, that I'll probably use, because they I don't know, it entices me a lot more. And then that's another photo book I can review as well, because obviously I reviewed what's the face, Soul Digital, which I didn't like, and then I tried it again and I still didn't really like it. I just don't like the quality of it whatsoever. As I said, it might be better they might be better if you don't print it on glossy, but a lot of the time I do landscape, and I think landscape looks really good in glossy, unless I'm going to do like a black and white sort of feature, then I might not do it in glossy. But yeah, so I ordered this parcel. So I ordered a gift for my brother, and I didn't think it was literally this big. It's for Christmas. Like, I didn't actually realise it was going to be this big. I thought it was going to be like small. Obviously I've not opened it yet, because sometimes packaging can be kind of misleading, not misleading, but companies can use a lot more packaging than actually needed to. But from like the outside it looks kind of big, which I didn't expect it to be that big, but again, you're kind of guessing online. But I think I've seen these figures anyway. Yeah, it's a figure. Spoiler alert. Why am I doing spoiler? What am I doing? It's not like my brother watches my videos or would suddenly come across it, but I've seen them before and they're not that big, so I think it's just generally the packaging. I rarely use this cup, but it's just because it's so fucking big. Like, sometimes you just want a small cup of coffee and not a massive one, but I thought today I'll go for a big cup. So, got results back. I don't have it, which is all good. I think it's just my body caught some kind of viral whatever that's going on in the air. And as I said, it's hard for me to judge just because my body overreacts to literally everything. And if you're wondering why my neck is white, it is not sweat. It's not sweat. It is aftershave. That's why it's wet. I have a habit of just spraying it, and then instead of just spraying it after, I've just recorded a video or a clip or whatever I'm doing. But yeah, it's aftershave I'm wearing. If you're wondering what aftershave it is the Imperial Armani. I think it's Stronger With You. It's the male version anyway of that, of the, the whole duo thing. But yeah, this is the time of the year where I put all the gift presents, all the presents are for gifts, in a bag which I call the gift bag, and everyone gets to admire how crap I am at wrapping presents. Like, I could get gift bags, but it adds up as being more expensive than just using wrapping paper, so just remind me of my previous job. So basically, what was it? I don't know how this conversation happened, but then it just came a running joke. But basically, I think it was around Christmas time, and the guy was like, "Maybe what were you doing? What did you do the weekend?" Something like that got me to say wrapping presents. But now, when every time like I've been working, he tells people Cinder's been wrapping presents again. Why? Or goes to me goes, why have you been wrapping presents? It's not even Christmas. And you're probably thinking that's not that funny. I thought it was funny. Yeah, you have to be that. I thought it's quite funny, but yeah. I don't think I've heard a more true statement in my whole entire life about anti-mask protesters. Like, I'm not that really that religious, but oh my god, Pope Francis is on top of what he said. Like, it's 100% true, but I'll read it. Basically, he said, "You'll never find such people protesting the death of George Floyd or joining the demonstration because there are shanty towns where children lack water or education, or because there are whole families who are lost their income." He said, "On such matters they would never protest. They are incapable of moving outside their own little world of interests." Amen, brother. Like, amen. That is so fucking true. Like, so fucking true. Because anti-protesters, people are in denial of like the vaccine, not the vaccine, the whole virus, are just completely like self-centered. They don't think that you could be spreading it to other people. That's the thing. Like, that's how self-centered they are, and this is like 100% true. They probably wouldn't, unless it's something where they would benefit from it. I'm actually thinking about getting braids or dreadlocks in, but at the minute I think my hair is too short, because I talked to one woman about dreadlocks extensions and she was like, the shortest they'll do it with curly hair is, I think she said, it's either 3 centimetres or 3 inches. Either way, I don't think that's how much like how long my hair is at the minute. So I'm gonna have to obviously grow out a little bit longer. And then I asked another woman about braids, and she asked to send a photo of my current hair, which I told her, and I told her I'm not sure if it's too short yet, because obviously to have extensions in, or any plaited or dreadlocked, it needs to be long enough to actually hold the dreadlock or the plait, unless you're going to go for obviously the normal, normal weave on things. But I'm not having that, so and obviously you need it longer for straighter hair, because it's harder for straighter hair to hold in dreadlocks / plaits, which kind of makes sense. So I might have to grow it a little bit longer. But no, mate, I'll probably go to the woman that message about dreadlocks. I think it'd be cool just to have a complete and utter change and go for some dreadlocks. But yeah,